Hello guys, it's Chris, your YouTube daddy here. This video is picking up from the live I just did where I closed the burger bar because I basically run out of rolls and it was quiet anyway. So I'm just going to Booker's now. So you can see where we are. We're on the car park just by the entrance to the new central car park. This is where the new entrance to the central car park is going to be, at the end of Seasiders Way, which leads off of Yeadon Way. So that's where it's going to be, in there. So that's how you get into it. And now I'm just heading, so this is Seasiders Way now, and then I'm going to head on to Yeadon Way and go straight up to Booker's. So as I said, this is picking up from the last video. I normally shut the arcade at 4 o'clock. But I shut it at 3 o'clock today. One, it had gone quiet, and two, I was down to my last 2 packs of rolls because I didn't bother going shopping yesterday, stock shopping yesterday, because I thought I'd have enough. But I had a very busy start. First couple of hours was quite busy, and I basically wiped all my stock out. And if I leave getting the stock till tomorrow, it means that all my rolls will be frozen for when I open up. So it's better if I just close an hour early, because I'd only say I had hardly any stock left anyway, and pick all my stock up now. So we're just going past the football ground, which is on my left hand side, and got this bloody horrible, bumpy, bloody stone road. Why do they put this stuff on here? It costs like 10 times the amount, and it just creates problems. What is it, to cover up the potholes? I don't know. Anyway, so we're going, as I say, heading towards Yeadon Way. The schools are just coming out now, so it's 3:30 now. So the schools are just coming out now. So straight ahead of me, you can see them 2 climbing towers. Why do they? I don't know why they put them climbing towers up. They got a load of money from the government a few years ago, yeah. And the council said, "I got a great idea. We'll build some climbing towers," which sounds pretty good, you know, for abseiling and stuff like that. But they've now not got the money to operate them, so they're never open. You can't actually use them. They look very pretty, and they used them for about a year, and then they ran out of money to actually operate them. So typical council, they get as much money as they can off the government, but don't consider how we're going to operate this later on. But they look very pretty anyway. So we're just heading on to Yeadon Way now, past this roundabout. On my right hand side, you can't see it, it's out of camera shot at the moment, is Farm Foods. That's the only Farm Foods at the moment, because the one on Devonshire Road, as I've been led to believe, has closed down for refurbishment. So I'm assuming it's reopening, but it has closed down for refurbishment. So this is Yeadon Way now. Going past the Esso petrol station. So this is, for those of you who come into Blackpool, this is your main route into Blackpool. It does look very, very good. I will give the council a due. They did a lot of work on this, because this used to look quite dated, and they did a lot of work on this. You can see the work they've done here, the new barriers and stuff like that a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. But they've got lots of trees and shrubbery planted here. So when in the summer, we're coming into summertime now, it actually looks quite pretty. All about the visitor experience. So I will give the council a due on that. It does look quite good as you're driving in. So I'll do the same when I get to Booker's. I'll leave the camera rolling, because I've only got burger rolls, some onions and some hot dog rolls to fetch. I will have to go and get some more burgers on Friday morning, and a lot of stock on Friday morning, but I'm going to need a lot of stock then. So I'll probably, if my van's not ready, I will probably end up borrowing Pete's van. So I'll have to go crawl to Pete again. I'm hoping my van will be ready by then, but I need to check on my van, because I did say to the guy that there was no rush, because my van's so old, it sometimes takes a bit of time to get the right parts for it. It's not as simple as, you know, a modern, you just phone up the local garage and they send it to your parts place. The last time something went on it, some cables on the gear stick went, and I think it took him about 3 weeks. He had to order them on the internet, and they had to come from Holland or somewhere like that. So some of the parts on my van are quite difficult to get hold of because of the age of the van. As long as, you know, I can work my way around it, as long as it's ready before I move, which is going to be about 2 months, 2.5 months maybe. Yeah, we're probably a couple of weeks into it now, so probably about 2 months. Because obviously I need my van for that to move. I don't want to be hiring a van or a removal company when I've got my own van. So if you go straight across the roundabout here, that'll take you to the M55, which obviously then leads onto the M6. So as I said, this is your main route into Blackpool. You've got 2 routes coming into Blackpool. When you come off you either go in the route which I've just come out of, which is Yeadon Way, or you go the route that I'm going now, which takes you towards Squires Gate. It's a little bit longer, but it takes you along the seafront. This one, the one I've just come, takes you directly to the car parks, where if you come off the M55 now, you'll go down this road here, and then I'm just going to quickly swap lanes. I've got a van behind me, there we go. And if you go straight over this roundabout here, 3rd turning, that'll take you towards Squires Gate. It's a straight road which will take you directly into the seaside then. So as before, I'm just going to leave the camera running, because it saves me messing around, cutting and chopping up the video. I can't imagine there being a lot of people in the Bookers at this time. It's mainly in the morning anyway. To be fair, I don't think I've been to Bookers at this time, because I'm always working at this time. I only ever go first thing in the morning. So I'm just guessing that there's not that many people around at this time. Yeah, there's not that many cars on here, so I don't think there'll be that many people here, to be fair. As I say, I should only be 5-10 minutes tops. So talk among yourselves while you're watching the live. Or you can always fast forward it if you like. So what I'll do is I'll just move the camera across slightly. So there's the entrance there. And I'll see you in a few minutes, okay? Hang on. I'm not back, I've just forgot I forgot my phone, just got my Booker's card in it. Right guys, this will do me for tomorrow, so you can now stop rewinding it because I'm now back. I'll be with you in 1 second. I'm just going to load the car up now. Right, that's the rolls loaded. I've just loaded the boot now. Right, there we go. That's all fitted in my car. My car's pretty full now. I can manage to fit 8 boxes of rolls in, 3 boxes of hot dog rolls, 3 packs of hot dogs, and a bag of onions. But then the car's absolutely packed. But that'll last me for tomorrow. And I said I'm not open Thursday anyway, so I will go on Friday morning and do a really big stock run for the weekend. Because as you can imagine, I do go through quite a lot of burgers, and the problem is, it's not the burgers themselves. You know, I've still got probably 20 boxes of burgers at the arcade, which will last me a day or so. It's the burger rolls, because they're so bulky, they take up so much space. So I don't think well, the video's only been going for 22 minutes, so I can't have been in there for more than 10 minutes. I would have been quicker, but we couldn't find anyone for the checkout. The checkout person disappeared. So I think we'll go straight to Pete's now, and we'll go see what Pete's doing. So we'll go along the seaside way, we'll go a different way back. I don't have to rush to get to empty my car because there's no meat products in the car, so there's nothing that needs to go straight into the freezer. These are bread rolls and I want these to defrost anyway. So we're now on Progress Way and we're heading towards Squires Gate and to the seaside. So I thought I'd take again, when you drive into Blackpool this way, it is still very pretty, isn't it? There are, in the summer with all the trees and all that lot, the actual entrance to Blackpool is still quite pleasant. There's no doubt about it. It's obviously, once you then get into the actual centre of Blackpool, onto the seafront, that's when you lose all the greenery. There's no greenery then. But before that, the actual visitor experience isn't that bad. It is quite pleasant. What do you think, guys? I'll be honest, in the winter, it is a bit miserable. No doubt about it. But I think everywhere's miserable in the winter anyway, isn't it? But in the summer, there's quite a lot of trees around here, and believe it or not, if you turn right here and left here, you're into farmland. You're into really rural areas. You don't have to go a long way to get really rural farming areas around here, where you don't really see that when you come to Blackpool. All you see is the Golden Mile and all the arcades and stuff like that. But you only have to literally go to the left, about half a mile, and you're smack in the middle of farming country. And it's really pleasant out there, if you like that kind of thing. You know, sheep and cows and pigs and stuff like that. I'll be honest, it bores me, but that's because I come from Telford, as you know, and when I grew up in Telford, it was very rural. It was like council estates built around a very rural area. It's obviously a lot more built up now than it was when I lived there, but it was literally a council estate that I lived on. I lived on a place called Sutton Hill, and you used to go down the road and you were smack in the middle of woods and forests and just by farms, and the farms all around us. I believe most of that's gone now because they built on a lot of Telford now, but as I said, when I was growing up 50 years ago, around the Midlands back in the 70s, it was very, very rural. And when I was younger, I spent a lot of time out camping and doing rock climbing and canoeing and all that outdoor sports stuff. So I've got that all out of my system now. So I kind of like the towny life. I don't like cities. Cities are just too much for me, but I do like the town life. So we've been this way many a times. It's 18 degrees at the moment, but it's a very pleasant 18 degrees. And to my left-hand side is like industrial units. I think it used to be one big factory, but I think it's now been split up into smaller units, and there seems to be a lot of storage as well, and maybe a distribution warehouse there. That's on my left-hand side. And as I said on one of my previous videos, if you take this turning here now, to the left, that's where the small buckers used to be, which shut about 3 or 4 years ago, I guess, maybe even longer. But it used to be down there. And then obviously this is the retail park on my left hand side now, which has got Morrison's petrol station, cheapest petrol in Blackpool generally at Morrison. So if you do need petrol when you're leaving Blackpool or you're coming into Blackpool, your best place to go is Morrison's here, which is just on the left hand side here. That's your cheapest petrol. I know Asda's probably about the same price, but Asda's more difficult to find if you don't really know Blackpool, and you kind of have to, and there's a Tesco as well, but you kind of have to go a little bit out the way to find Asda and Tesco in Blackpool if you don't know Blackpool. But if you're just driving in or driving out, this isn't really out of your way, is it? Where Asda and Tesco is slightly out of your way. It's easy if you know it, but if you don't, it isn't. And we've got a Greggs there. And I believe there's a what's that, not Costa, what's that new coffee place called? Starbucks. I've not tried it yet. I find English Starbucks are very, very expensive, because obviously Starbucks is an American brand, and I like Starbucks in America, and you can buy a normal regular coffee for $1 in America. You can't get it for £1 here. That's a sure fact. So there's a Starbucks. I just know the last time I went into a Starbucks, it may have been in London the last time I went into a Starbucks, so that's obviously overinflated prices anyway, but it was just extremely expensive. That was sometime the latter part of last year, if I remember right, when I went to London. You guys will probably remember better than I do. I took you with me when I went down to that there London, to that House of the Parliament place. And reminds me, only 2 days to go to the election. I'm so excited. I found my rosette out, as I said. And I'm not only going to be out doing the canvassing and stuff like that, and I'm going to be doing the polling stations. I'll also be at the count as well. But unfortunately, guys, I will not be videoing that. I tend not to cross them type of lines. I don't tend to do a lot of political stuff. I mentioned that I got political affiliation. Everybody knows what my political affiliation is, and I'll tell you what I'm up to, but I don't tend to film when I'm doing stuff like that. There's normally photographs of me on the local social media and stuff like that, and in the newspaper if I made a complete idiot of myself saying something. Oh, look at that, there's an aeroplane coming into Blackpool Airport, a little private aeroplane there, probably from one of them flying schools. Do they have to have L plates on them? Ooh, there's a question. So if you're up in the air having flying lessons, do you have to have L plates on it? Probably not. So as I said, so for them couple of days, for at least Thursday, I probably will go dark on the old YouTube. But there will be pictures of me out and about on my Christopher Higgins fan page, but I don't tend to do videos of that. Right, so I'm just turning onto the prom now. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do like to stroll along the prom, where the brass band plays diddly-om-bom-bom. And just over there is your new tram station, and that building just ahead of it is the old Crazy Golf. And there was rumours it was going to be a cafe, but obviously that never transpired. I actually know the guy who owns that as well. That's why I knew it was going to be a cafe, but I don't quite know what happened to that plan. So it's nearly 4 o'clock now. Now Pete did say he was still going to be there, because he phoned me up this morning and told me he was at the arcade doing some work. And I said, will you be there after I close? And he said, yeah, we'll still be there. So we'll pop in, grab a brew. Because you see to the video I put up earlier, or yesterday, whenever I decided to put this video up, he wasn't there this morning, or yesterday morning, depending when I put this video up. But he did turn up. He phoned me up at about 11 o'clock. That was on Tuesday morning. I might even put this video up tonight. Yeah, I could do. Well, we'll see anyway. But I was obviously just turning everything on and just starting up. I needed to have started up so early, to be fair, because as I said, I near enough ran out of bread rolls, because I had a very busy start. The first few hours. Coastal Plaza. I've just seen that hotel we drove past. And they've really done that place up, haven't they? I've probably said this before, but when you're driving along the prom, guys, it is 30 miles an hour, and just be very careful, because the speed cameras are active. And it's 30 miles an hour for a reason, because, as I've said loads of times before, when you come into a seaside resort, people are more likely to walk in the middle of the road and not really watch what's going on, because they're on seaside mode, they're on holiday mode, and they do tend to disengage their brains, and they just literally walk out aimlessly. So you just have to be very careful while you're driving. So just stick to the speed limit around here. And I say the cameras are active. As you can see, there's not that many people about, and there won't be that many people about until about 4 o'clock on Friday when the coaches start coming in. Actually, no, so maybe it'll start to busy up Thursday night, actually, because I've just remembered it's Farmers' Weekend, and the farmers do tend to turn up a day early, the hardcore ones. So we're just going past the Viking. If you've ever been there, there's an actor there called Buddy Lee. God, he is so funny. And I was watching him 20 years ago, and he must have been 70, 20 years ago. I can't believe the guy's still going. Please ignore that that's propaganda there. You can see that propaganda on the left-hand side there. A big banner, Labour Party banner. Look at that Labour bloody left-wing propaganda. Oh my God. So we're going past the Dutton Arms now. As you can see, as I said in a couple of the last videos, we are heading to a by-election here in Blackpool. It's the only by-election on that voting day. Most of the other countries are just, most of the other towns are just voting for their police and crime commissioners, their mayoral elections, or half of the country's council elections. I think there's 1,000 Tory council seats going up for grabs, or something like that. But Blackpool's the only place that's actually got a by-election for its MP. So there'll be a lot of focus on Blackpool throughout the media. So I am going to try and avoid the media cameras. You know how shy I am when I'm in front of a camera. Well, we're just going past the Lindeen now. I believe that the building just before the old hotel, just before the Lindeen, I believe they got planning permission now to build another massive hotel there. Like we need another massive hotel. We can just do with cleaning up the ones we've got. So we're just coming to Manchester Square. So a bit more news on the Vauxhall Reflex has been taken over by Mark Kelly's. It's going to be a sports bar upstairs and a normal Mark Kelly's downstairs. So the sports bar will be upstairs. Now I know that because some lads who are working in there, popped in for their dinner, for their burgers, and they were telling me, now you can see the skips outside there. They're obviously stripping it all out. They're stripping all the 80s stuff out because it was obviously an 80s reflex retro type of place. So you've heard it from me first. Well, probably not, but it's going to be an 80s, sorry, not an 80s, a sports bar upstairs. I'm assuming that'll be televisions and watching Sky Sports and stuff like that. And a normal Mark Kelly's, which is basically a bar with a stage, so they do a lot of entertainment and stuff like that. And let's go and see if there's a clip clop there, Horsey clip clop, and let's go and see if Pete's about. Oh no, he's not there. He lied. Look at that, guys. He lied. He told me he was going to be here. Actually, let's see if he might be inside. So I'll phone him. I'm just going to phone him now to see if he's inside.
Hello?
Hello, are you inside?
Am I what?
Inside the arcade?
I'm just on my way back now. What's up?
Nothing. I'm video recording at the moment. I've just come back to say you disappeared, so you're coming back now, are you?
Yeah, I'm just coming along. Chelsea Road now.
Okay, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye.
He's on his way back. I think he had to do the grandchildren run. So what we'll do is we'll turn the car around so we'll be able to see him. So he said he's just coming along Tilsley Road. Now Tilsley Road is up there at the end of Dale Street. Oh, let's just the cameras move slightly. Let's just straighten it up a little bit. There we go. So it should be just behind that yellow. Is it yellow or silver van there? So I can't think of the looks like a minibus there. There he is. There he's back again now. He's obviously just going to park in the car park. So he's on his way back now. Anyway guys, so this video's lasted for like 40 minutes now. So what I'll probably do now is I'll stop filming now, and when I go in there we'll go and do a live. That sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video of me driving around and waffling on about complete nonsense like normal. And don't forget, if you like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I was checking the other day. Now, 40% of the people who watch this video won't be subscribed. 40%. That's 40 in every 100. So if I have 2,000, that means 800 people I'm not going to be subscribed to watch this video. So out of them 800 people, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, yeah? And I want to try and hit that 5,000 subscribers. Right, there's Mr. Turner there. Yep, there you go, sticking his middle finger up. So predictable he is. And he's just going round the front to open up. Okay then, if you like this button, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Them 800 people who are going to watch it who aren't subscribed, just hit that subscribe button, and it doesn't cost you a copper coin, and you can hit that notification bell and it'll tell you when there's any more upcoming videos if you like this type of video content. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye for now.